Greetings, fellow outsiders, and welcome to a game called Exiled. This game is described as a puzzle thriller where we are going to be searching for someone named Charlotte, and we have to decode an ancient language in order to do it.
My beloved Charlotte, my wife of 14 years. She's always had a magnetic attraction to areas of study so unexplored that she, by default, becomes the foremost expert. I never know what draws her in so strongly to such niche research, but I support her as best as I can. Perhaps I should not have.
Is she a witch?
The last months have seen her desk covered by a dusty tome of Eldritch beings. Where she found such a book, I didn't know, but the sudden appearance of an artifact like this is common for her, so I paid no attention. Well, I paid no attention until the day when Charlotte was suddenly missing. A note left in her place. It only read, "I will have been banished to the ancient realm. It is for the best."
Okay. It is for the best?
No, I could not stand for her to be gone without a trace. Banished to the ancient realm? I needed to understand. I started to scour her notes. I found scrawled handwriting talking of incoming destruction and the banishment sacrifice. As unsettling as they were, they only served to confuse me more.
Okay.
My search yielded 2 clues. One was a torn scrap of paper with untranslated runes. The other was the location of where she had found the ancient tome, the Great Library. With nothing else to do, I took the book and the paper and traveled to the Great Library myself. I hoped to use the tome to translate the scrap and use its secrets to find more answers in the library.
Okay.
What I found there, I will never forget.
I will never forget. So we're going to be translating some tomes, I think?
It is for the best.
Ooh, Charlotte. You're supposed to be in some Eldritch realm. Not whispering in my ear. Left click or that to interact. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Wait, go back. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yota tree. Who? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Ooh. Okay, so I can switch that. This is a gigantic library. I love it. It's like an Eldritch version of the library from Beauty and the Beast. Okay, can I interact with anything else outside of this? No, just this. And then we have our tome. Eldritch beings compiled for the study and protection against the ancient terrors. We have a notebook here and something here. Oh, so we have to translate the tomes. Interesting. I'm going to get my own notebook here. Since we're going to be puzzle solving and all. Okay, we got a huge thing here. We got to decode something. I actually really love decoding things because a lot of it is logic based. So we have the things down here. Monsters Part A.
I should jot that down.
Monsters Part A, Monsters Part B. What if this is just some random thing? The author of the book was like, that'll teach him. Okay, so that symbol means B, I'm assuming. Because it says Monsters Part... Oh, no! Or is it A? That's A. I've already gotten myself confused. Because it would make more sense that this would be just the translated version on the other page. Or it could be B. Either one. Oh, do I have to write it down? I have to write it down? Draw a line from A to the ancient symbol you found in the book. A to this one, I believe. Oh, that's so nice that it auto fills it out for you. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to cut out a lot of time when I actually have to translate this. That is very nice that it does that. The computer does that. Monsters Part A, monsters, there we go. Cthulhu, the dark being. Feared by all, Cthulhu causes the subconscious feelings of anxiety felt by generation to generation. He currently slumbers in the ancient realm, although it is thought he could return someday. His name, with 3 different symbols, was lengthened when translated by Old English scribes, adding Hulu, H-U-L-H, in the middle to visually describe his prominence in ancient texts. Okay, so H-U-L-H, so it's C-T-U. CTU. So that would be C, right? I'm right. And then that would be T, and then U is the other one. Wait, I tried to do too much. T, okay, this is T. And then U would be the spiky symbol. It looks like a spiky comb. There we go. All right, we're figuring it out. We got a couple different things. All right, so that's Cthulhu. Cthulhu is a pretty famous kind of, is that like a cryptid? Do these count as cryptids? It lurks here. If it is close, look at it. Oh my God, this text is like, is there a way to like do like more readable text? I don't know what this says. Herlanthrop? If it is here, then look at it. But I don't see it. How do I know that it's here? You just said it lurks here. If it is close, look at it. But you're not telling me if it is here. Okay, I'm just gonna trust that the game will tell me when it's here. A servant that carries out duties in in that guy's absence. It is a being that stands in the shadows? Stands? Like I stand Cthulhu in the shadows, whose goal is to see the return of its master. It will stay. That means stay. So that's a Y. I have to decode just the text. So it's HY, yar, to make it any easier to say. It will stalk towards any creature slowly and quickly, and it knows that blank's return is being threatened. If it is seen when closing in on its goal, whatever that may be, it seems to retreat. So I have to look at it. Okay. I don't know what this is. This doesn't give me any... Okay, so this just tells me about a monster. It doesn't give me any code, right? Yeah, because there's no symbols on this page. All right, the mass of rats, rat mass. I've actually heard about this before, like on the internet, I think. It's the one where like the tails are... Or is it similar to the one that where like tails are... like trapped together? I don't have a good memory of this. I didn't like go down the rabbit hole of researching it. But I remember somebody, I think it was like on TikTok or someone was talking about it. It was a long time ago. A bunch of rats stuck together with glue. I am hearing something. Mentioned only once in ancient texts. Horrific for no reason as much as simply being sort of gross. The writer describes it as being no shape and all shapes, no order but all beauty, a sight of true horror and magnificence, the true definition of a blank, 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 blank. So that's an A, and then two symbols there, and then that. One constant, mass, true definition of a mass, M-A-S-S. You think that's what that is? I need to make sure that that eyeball thing isn't coming near me. Hello? How do I look at it if I see it? Okay, M-A-S-S. So M is the leaf, and then S-S are the little people dancing. M, ma, is the leaf. Where's the leaf? There we go. And then S is the little people dancing. I'm assuming this is what it is. Okay, there we go. I don't see anything. It's awful dark out there. Oh, I can use the clock maybe to see if it's coming. So those reduce my sight. Excuse me. Excuse me. What do I do? I see you. I'm looking at you. You should lurk away now that I'm looking at you. What do I do? I was supposed to look at it, right? Excuse me. Sir. Sir, how can I make it any more obvious that I'm looking at you? What did it say? I looked at it! I looked at it! If it is close, look at it! It was close, and I was looking at it!
Where did he come from?
Okay, at least it saves my progress. Dude! Dude!
Looks like he took something.
My puzzle box! I was looking at him. I was looking at him though. Man, am I gonna have to play through it again? Ugh. All right, I don't mind it. Except for the fact that I don't know what to do. Like, how long do you actually have to look at him? I was staring for like a good amount of time. Like enough for me to have noticed him and for him to go away. I tried clicking on him too. Okay, whatever. This is Gobageg? Is that what it is? I don't know. Mountainous. I don't see him anywhere. There's the clock still there. A pillar of melting flesh sprouted from the earth. Gob is his new name. Appeared only once before being quickly banished by the blank, 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 blank. The earthquake it caused in its short time on Earth brought many civilizations to their knees, causing a large rift between those affected, the few nations who were not. It is not known to be resummoned. Okay, I don't see him anywhere. Okay, so he was banished by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. Maybe that's one we keep in our back pocket. Because this guy, yeah, the other guy has more than 8 letters in him. The eyeball man, 340. Ooh, hounds of, what does that say? Tindalos or something? The hounds. I'm gonna call that one the hounds. So 340 is what I need to, wait, let me read first. Also, that has something different. ATOUQ. Let me write that down so that I know for the future reference. Okay, not quite hound and not quite being. The hounds are thought to be too horrific to describe. They are a being that exists only in time and manifest through space to follow its prey. It is said that hounds are not the only object to exist in time, and that even words themselves can be communicated through the realm that the hounds inhabit. So 340. That's what I gotta do here. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh, it changes. Oh, interesting. Okay, so 340. Are the hounds here? Okay. SDNAEMS. I'm writing that down. That's gotta be a code. That's gotta be like a cipher or something that we have to do. And then 340 is the time for the hounds, at least here. I don't know if it will change from playthrough to playthrough, like if numbers are randomized. Okay, but those do that. And then the Gnoff. Okay? I'm gonna call him Gnome. The Gnoff, whatever. The names are so hard for me to pronounce. 4-armed creature that live in the deepest, coldest parts of the earth, notably Antarctica and high in the mountains. They often live alone, although have been recorded to come together under certain dire circumstances, most famously when the Gnoff is banished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. So it's GNOPHKEH. I'm assuming that's a E. I think that banishes the other guy. So I need to go back here. Yeah, banishes this guy. Okay, so this is the symbols. I'm writing them down as best as I can. I'm scared to spend too much time on this, though, since that guy stole my other thing. I don't want him to steal this. I don't remember getting an audio cue that he was here. You know what I mean? Okay, so G is going to be this one. N is going to be this. And then O is that like E-T combination. There we go. And then that one is going to be P, I believe. And then that one is H. Okay. We're getting a lot more letters now with this name. And then that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that one is going to be K, I think. It's kind of hard for me to read the font, if I'm being completely honest. So that one is K. There we go. And then that one is E, I think it's E. And then that one's definitely H. That one's definitely H on the end. Okay, I think that one is E, this like spiky one. We might have to change it later if we get more information. Then press those tight. Okay. Summoning a... Oh. Okay, it's starting to make sense. Okay, these are her notes, right? I don't see the guy with the eyeball anymore. 340, that's that. I still don't know what this code means. Maybe it's backwards or something. It's either got to be an unscramble or a cipher. And I don't know what the cipher is yet because I've got this cipher that I'm currently working on, but we'll figure it out. Okay, Eldritch devices? Is that what it is? And then there's this, D. So D is this one, this spiky one. Okay, so D is the spiky thing. This one, I think, because it says D. Okay. No eyeball man, we're good. All right, Eldritch devices, Clock of Tindalos. The Clock of Tindalos, an artifact stolen from time itself. The clock displays different messages caught in time, depending on where its hands land. The messages it shows are never ordered, instead appearing in a string of letters to be sorted out by those that observe them. It is rumored that adjusting its hands creates altogether new connections from time to space. Okay, so 340 is what we needed here. 340 was the one that she wrote down. So I'm going to see if I can't unscramble this and see if it works. Hopefully we're not on a time limit. We might be, though. Oh, is this Madness? SMADNESS. I think this might be Madness. Does it go in order? Or are these all scrambled? Wait, there's so many different combinations. Oh my god, wait, there's so many different combinations. Maybe we shouldn't do all of these. Maybe we should just do the ones that she told me about. Let me keep reading about the clock. Did I ever finish reading about this? Tradition holds that the box can be opened. Oh wait, I didn't do this one. Oh yeah, I did finish reading about it. So ancient box, MADNESS, madness, question mark. If he didn't take the box, I looked at him though. Okay, so I have the code, but it's useless right now. Taken from the depths of the ocean, this box contains a secret known only to the ones that hid it. Ancient texts describe the way to open it has been thrown into streams of time to keep its secret safe from the Eldritch monsters. Tradition hold that the box can be opened through the use of a single word, although many have tried and been unable to. So there's the ancient box, and then the Eldritch board. I really don't want the guy to take it. The eyeball man. Eldritch board, used for banishment and summoning of creatures from the ancient realm to the human realm and back. The Eldritch board was developed as a way to dispel the ancient horrors. The combinations used to conduct these acts have been slowly lost over time, although scraps of combinations written in the ancient alphabet still exist. Okay, and then monsters part B. So B is this. B is like the X. All right, that one's B. We're starting to get a better idea here. Also, she has these written on the back here. Those have to be important, right? Or do you think that's just set dressing? I feel like that has to be important to whatever's going on here. Still don't see the eyeball man anywhere. I'm really mad that he stole that, because I'm doing good, like actually. Oh well, it is what it is. Star Spawn, the Star Spawn of Cthulhu. An elder civilization. Oh wait, what is this? Monsters Part 2. Okay. Elder civilization. These beings seem to be made neither of matter nor energy. A handful of scripts exist detailing encounters with a star spawn, changing from its own to a different shape and back again, possibly even into non-creature forms. It is unclear what connection they share with Cthulhu, except adorant worshippers. Star spawn. Okay. Look at how sassy he looks. He's sitting there. I like him. Cthulhu's a pretty popular, like, creature in, media. All right, what is this? I can't pronounce it. This guy, the Toad God. There we go. That's an easier thing for me to say. The Toad God slumbers in the ancient realm, oozing small toads out of his pores. Lovely. Sure that attracts every single person you come into contact with. It is recorded that these smaller toads either explode after a few moments or cross the dimensionary path to the human realm, where they will take the form of a wild bear and then explode. I don't think that happens too often. The chunks of these toad bears can be reassembled to make to make clever gifts for parties or other get-togethers. You know what? The next time I see a bear explode in real life, that's not going to be my first thought, but I'll try to remember it. The Shog Oth. This looks like an interesting creature. Blob-like beings that can envelop creature and non-creature alike. The blob possesses incredible speed and immense cold, but slow and become more puddle-like in warmth. Earth manuscripts seem to view the blob as harmless creatures, sometimes even shortening their name and adding an I to the end. Okay. So, wait, this is going to be SHOGGT, and then adding an I? Oh, I? So, is that an I? I'm assuming that's an I. So Shog-E, is that what that says? Still don't see Eyeball Man. He just came and stole my box. Cool. Thank you so much. So this guy, so the S is going to be the dancing creature. I think I've gotten those both before, but this O, have I gotten the O? I've gotten O before, haven't I? So this is just G that I need to know. Wait, I know these. Is it I that I need to know? Adding an I to the end? I is that box thing? Maybe it's the I. Box, yeah, there we go. Okay. Summoning, yeah, that looks correct. Because that's supposed to say summoning there. I'm sure I can actually, like, do process of elimination here. Like, R? Oh, wait. It's gonna take me a while to, like, actually look and figure out where the end of this is, though. So this must be R by process of elimination, because I think that is press. Press the blank node. So this would be R. This one is R. Okay, I got at least one. Resummoning a blank one from. Resummoning a one from the ancient realm. Okay. Oh, it's gonna take me so. If these were better spaced out, I would actually just do process of elimination to figure out the rest. But we also get lore when we read here, so let's continue reading. Rubber Ducky, Eldritch Duck. Ducky has become an Eldritch being somehow and is just living it up. Instead of bringing terror to everyone, Ducky has used his eldritch powers to make sure that everyone has a really nice day, and insists that non take a break to eat a sandwich. It's so hard for me to read this text. You take a break to eat a sandwich. Ducky would also like to note that blank means quack. Okay, so that is a Q. I think I already have U and A, and then C I think I also have. I definitely have K, I believe. So Q would be that, like, weird box thing. This is gonna be Q. Still no Eyeball Man. U, A, C, and then K. I think C might be the only other one that I don't have. Do I have them? Q, A, U. Yeah, I already have all of the rest of them, I believe. But we got Q from there. Ron, Rule? I'm gonna call him Rule, because I don't know, I can't read that. A big god. Ron, hold on. Oh, it didn't have an options menu. I was gonna see if there was like a setting that I could turn on to make the text more readable for me, but I'm afraid that if I go to the main menu, it's not gonna save my progress right now. So I'm just gonna continue with the game. I'm trying my best to read as much as I can. A big bug god. Okay. Ron or Rule. Real? Is that I think that's a Y. Real. Decided to slumber under the ocean near Australia, which is unfortunate because it also drowned. Real is the biggest, deadliest bug in the whole wide world. An excerpt. Okay, is this R? I think that's R, Y, L. So Y is going to be that weird one. This one, I think. Right? Is there any Y in here? I see no Y yet. Y and then L. I definitely heard a noise. You guys hear that? Hey! What was that? Why'd you go at me? Was that like Waluigi? Is that Rubber Ducky or something? Okay, moving on. So that's R and then L, I think is that. Do I have L? I don't, so that would be useful. L is that. This one. A loved one. Got it. Okay, that is correct. So, and then R, let me make sure I have R already. I do. Okay. An excerpt, blank is decomposing. Large chunks of his body can be found on a regular basis floating in the shores of the Indian Ocean. Nobody has dared to snack upon his flesh. Probably for the best. If I had to say, I would say that would be a good idea to stay away. The bugs. Okay. This must be related to the guy from the last excerpt. They started as a handful of bugs. Okay, she's telling me this is F. Hold on.
Infested. Could this have been written by Charlotte? No. Infested. If only I knew how to read.
I'm sorry. Who are you? Who is speaking to me? Also, is that the guy? Oh my god, it sounds so much like the voice actor or like a similar voice to Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Doesn't it kind of sound like him? Okay, the bugs. They started as a handful of bugs that were... I'm so nervous. That were found in a small village. One by one, more bugs collected in the center, forming a larger and larger mound that only continued to grow. To avoid the eventual takeover of the world, the bugs were contained in a lead bucket with a lid. Nobody knows what horrors would be found were the bugs to be exposed. Okay, so that is F, that letter. I think it's this one. Right? Yes. F. Press the final note. Okay, that is correct. Okay. Then we have this. Ayarlanthotep. I am infested? Okay. Ganser. What does that say? Hands. Something of deceit and confusion. The largest Eldritch threat to humanity. It is common for blank to infest the body of a human and control them for its own motives. And then she said, I am infested. That's what he was talking about. Where blank is at the moment is unknown. However, it has taken someone as its host. Banishment of that individual to the ancient realm is the only way to stop it from shrouding our consciousness in its eventual darkness. So she was taken over by that entity. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's it? Oh, that's it. Oh, and then I have to figure out the rest from here. Okay. All right. I think I can do it. Because I think... as long as I can figure out, like, process of elimination here. Okay, I got W here, which will be the last press. Wait, did I finish it? Wait, I finished it, right? Resummoning a loved one from the ancient realm begins with the middle four. Press the top two corners, then press the right beneath. Oh, God. Okay, so top two corners. Top two corners. Then press those right beneath the mark. Right beneath the mark, the lowest row, save the rightmost, which will be the last, so the rightmost, press the sides remaining, and then those in the upper row, press the final node. What? What are you saying? I need to open the box, I'm pretty sure, right? I like that guy. Is he gonna murder me one time? Begin with the middle 4. Oh, I thought it was 4 across. Okay, so begin with the middle 4. Press the top 2 corners, then press those right beneath the mark. What do you mean, right beneath the mark? Right beneath these things? Or is there something I'm missing? The lowest row. Wait, then press those right beneath. These 2? Mark the lowest row, save the rightmost, which would be the last. Press the sides remaining, and then those in the upper row. Press the sides remaining, those in the upper row. Press the, oh God. Okay, so wait, I think I got it though. I think I got it. Okay, nobody's coming after me. I think I finally understand it. I took a picture of the thing so that I could have it in front of me while using it. I took a picture of the translation. So the middle 4. Oops. Oh, no, I messed up already. All right, middle 4. Press the top 2 corners. Then press those right beneath. Mark the lowest row. Save the rightmost, which will be the last. That's the rightmost. Press the sides remaining. Then, those in the upper row, press the final node. I'm not sure this is going to be a good thing, though, considering she was infected.
Bit by bit, I saw Charlotte materialize in front of me. With each moment, I felt my heart lighten. Wahoo! But as her face came into view, uh-oh, my lungs froze. Charlotte's eyes were dead. No, not dead. They were, empty. Something was horribly wrong. Oh.
I'm sorry, it's so hard for me to take it seriously. Okay, so what happened? Charlotte materialized, but her face came into view, but her eyes were dead. They were empty. Something was wrong. Yeah, she was infected. That's what she said. I guess this was his voice. I guess clicking on that little box just changes his voice.
With a crack, Charlotte's jaw snapped backwards, her mouth swinging open in a fully unnatural motion. Oh, mamma mia.
Oh my God.
Noise emanated from her throat. Slowly, her hands grabbed the sides of her mouth and pulled outward, tearing a gaping hole in her face.
This is, like, what he's saying is terrifying. But how he sounds is hilarious.
Bit by bit, a dark creature crawled out of her head. Charlotte's body fell to the floor, limp. Wah. Stock still, I could only stare at the creature looking me over. Then, in a cracking voice, it spoke!
Have you released me from that human prison on purpose, little one? Or were you expecting someone else to appear in my place?
No!
I realized that the creature that addressed me was Neelanthropa, the monster Charlotte had banished herself to entrap.
Oh my God.
With a wah, I tried to hide my face, but it was no use. Neelanthropa grabbed me with one hand and cast me into the ancient realm. Wah! The world was cast into darkness as Eldritch beings flooded over human civilization. I had brought about a new reign of the ancient gods.
Oh my God!
Mamma mia.
Dude! It says you missed something. Charlotte wasn't as she seemed, ending 1 of 2. Yeah, I know. Because that guy was there. Restore it with full journal. Can that actually, like, oh. Amazing. Oh, amazing. All right, I gotta watch out for him, though. How do I actually, though? Is this gonna be the same? Okay, it's gonna be the same, I think. Oh, but I need the key. I know this is A, because I remember that much. We need madness. I'm really nervous. Maybe he's gonna show up on the other side. Is it gonna be the same? 340? I think it is. Okay, so madness is the same. That's actually really nice that it kind of saves your progress. So M is gonna be that leaf. Okay, so leaf, A. D is gonna be this spiky thing. N is this like E. And then E is this one. And then S is our last one. And that one is going to be this like dancing person thing. Okay. And I don't see him anywhere, do you? I kind of want the voice box again. Like 100%. It's going to be so much fun. Mad. D. N. S. Oh my god! Okay. If you are reading this, a loved one has been infested with the soul of that guy and banished to the ancient realm. This has traditionally been a hopeless loss of someone special. However, I have done much research on the ancient tests and believe I have found something important that I must hide so it cannot be undone by the evil beings. Bringing your loved one back can be done with the use of an Eldritch board. Doing so will also bring the soul of that guy with them, and the world will fall into chaos. However, were the first and last steps of the board sequence switched... Okay, first and last... I hear something. First, last, switched. Switched. I have reason to believe that this will split the souls apart and bring your loved one back without the darkness. I pray you use this information with immense caution, as if I am wrong, humanity as we know it could cease. Well, it's worth it. To get my Charlotte back, it is worth it! Okay, let me look at the thing again. So the last one, the first and last are switched. So that means that this is the first node, right? Resummoning a loved one, begin with the middle four. Press the top two corners. Okay, top two corners, then the ones right below it. Beneath the mark, the lowest row, save the rightmost. The lowest row. These two. These two. Did that work? Please work. Yes.
Bit by bit, I
Yes,
saw
it still has the
Charlotte
voice.
materialize in front of me. She fell down, coughing a black sludge onto the floor. I picked her up and ran outside the library.
Okay, next.
She continued to cough, but less and less material came out of her lungs. After many minutes, she stopped altogether. Slowly, she lifted her head, and I looked into her eyes. With a wah of relief, I saw... I did not expect it. With a wah of relief, I saw my wife looking back at me. She was pale, starving, and exhausted.
Oh, God.
She was whole. Together, we slowly made our way to the closest town. I purchased a room for the night at a small inn. While I sat pondering what had taken place at the evening, and oh, mama, what an evening! Charlotte collapsed into bed and slept peacefully.
Oh, Mama, what an evening.
All was right.
All was
And-
right. That was beautiful. 10 out of 10 voice acting. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Charlotte is safe. Ending 2 of 2. Is that all the endings? Is there going to be like a secret ending? Let me go back to the menu. All right, after a quick look at the achievements, I think that is the entirety of the game. We 100%ed it. We also have these two little things here. We have the box and then the bad ending with Charlotte. But I'd say both endings were good because we got I think it's the Waluigi voice at the very end. It was beautiful. I loved it. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments. Check out the game for yourself if you'd like to. The links are always in the description. But on that note, I'm going to say farewell, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, we're not alone out there, and I will see you in the next Eldritch horror video, whenever that might be. Bye-bye.